started raining before I remembered your name. I was standing beneath a narrow awning, watching the street smear itself into reflections, when you stepped beside me. You didn't rush. You didn't apologize. You stood close enough that I felt the cold of you through my coat. You smelled familiar. I knew that wasn't possible. For a long time, neither of us spoke. The rain seemed louder the longer we waited, like it was trying to fill the space between us. When you finally looked at me, your eyes held recognition, relief, almost. You always wait here, you said. I told myself you were mistaken. Still, when you asked if I wanted coffee, I followed you without question. I don't remember deciding to say yes. Things with you unfolded unevenly, like a memory replayed out of order. You knew habits I didn't remember forming. You reminded me of conversations I couldn't recall having. Sometimes you finish my sentences, but not the ones I was speaking. The ones I was thinking. I began finding traces of you where you hadn't been. The low hum you made when you were anxious echoed through my apartment at night. Once I woke to the impression of someone sitting at the foot of my bed, listening to me breathe. When I told you I was scared, you smiled softly. You've always been, you said. You said it like reassurance. The offer came suddenly, a job far away. When you told me, your voice shook, but not with fear. With anticipation. I felt something tighten in my chest, like a door being sealed. That night, the city distorted itself around us. Streetlights buzzed too loudly. Shadows lingered too long. At the station, your hands were ice cold when they wrapped around mine. I don't want to be the reason you stay, I said. You never were, you replied. The words felt rehearsed. Practiced. After you left, things worsened. I'd answer my phone to silence that breathed. I'd receive messages time-stamped hours before I sent them. Sometimes I'd wake up with rainwater on my windowsill, even on dry nights. I tried to forget you. Years later, though time had stopped behaving normally, I saw your name written inside a book in a cafe. My vision narrowed. My pulse stuttered. I knew you were there before I turned around. You looked the same. I didn't. You came back, you said, pleased. Outside, rain slid down the glass in slow, deliberate lines. We spoke quietly. You told me you'd learned how to stay. I told you I'd learned how to leave. You tilted your head, studying me, like I'd misunderstood something fundamental. That's not how this works, you said. When you asked if I wanted coffee, my body answered before my mind could object. Yes. Now the rain hasn't stopped in days. I hear you humming in rooms I've already checked. My reflection lingers after I move. Sometimes I feel you standing just behind me, patient, certain. Some things don't love you. They wait for you to remember that you belong to them. And every time it rains, I feel the awning narrowing.